Alright guys, now what I'm doing today is I am looking back at my original predictions for the Premier League 2021-22 season and telling you what ones I got right, what ones I got horribly wrong, and yeah, without further ado, let's get reacting. Now in 20th, I said Brentford. They ended up getting 13th. My reasoning for them coming 20th was because apparently I didn't think they made enough signings. I thought Aya was absolutely been superb this season. So I don't know what was on about there. And I said defensively they'd be great, which I was actually true. Playing a back three, it's worked for them this season. But going forward, Ivan Toney would struggle. Now in the first half of the season, I pretty much have that nailed down as a perfect prediction. But ever since Eriksen joined, oh, how I was wrong. On to Norwich, and I said 19th, but really, they came 20th. I did say for the yo-yo to continue, and I was actually right. They came 20th, back down, and I wonder what's going to happen next season. I said Rashishka and Ben Gibson's would be good signings. Ben Gibson, mate. Oh, what was I on about? Also, for Emi Buendia to be a big loss. A lot of people forget, but yeah, he was their #1 creativity man, and he just left, and there's been a hole in that squad. On to 18th, my first correct prediction, and I said Burnley. And what I said about them is I said signing Collins, signing Wayne Hennessy, they won't get into their starting 11, so what was the point? And I was right, you know, Collins, he's the only one who's got a sniff in the starting 11, and it was only because of the centre-back injury crisis with Ben Mee and Tarkowski. Not spending money will allow them to get left behind. I was 100% right, and I'm just so happy that we got our first one in the bag. On to 17th, and I said Watford. How I was wrong. I've been a really massive fan for Watford, but they actually came 19th. I said they've managed to prove themselves as a Prem regular. Of course, I was wrong, and I did say for them to make some great signings, and they did. Dennis, Rose, King. Of course, Rose, yeah. Let's not talk about him, but yeah, Emmanuel Dennis and Joshua King have done decent this season up top. On to 16th, and I said Newcastle. Just remember, this was pre-takeover, so yeah, how was I supposed to say 11th? Under Steve Bruce. When you're playing Matty Longstaff, mate, absolutely not. I did actually say that Willock would be the reason they've stayed up. I have not heard this guy's name in so long. And they'll only be able to survive by winning against lower teams. Now actually, ever since Eddie Howe's came in, they've won against bigger teams like Arsenal, for instance. On to 15th, and I said Brighton. I was a bit off. They did come in 9th. And I did actually give Potter some plaudits. I said he was a great manager. You know, of course he's ex-Swansea, you know what they say about the ex-Swansea lads, and I also did say, hopefully, Morpay can step up. Why do I keep on putting my faith in this man? Yeah, he's terrible. I did say signing Enoch Mwepu would be a success, obviously, from RB Salzburg, and later on in the season, especially the last couple of games, he's sort of broken into the starting lineup, and he looks like a really, really good guy. On to 14th, and I said Wolves. Now, they actually got 10th, and I actually did say that Bruno Lage will be a success. Not many people were seeing it coming. A lot of people said Wolves are going to start their downfall, but I said he would be a success. I also did say Rui Patricio would be a big miss, but they've made some great reinforcements, including Jose Sarr, Trincao, Ait-Nouri. Jose Sarr's been a great player, but haven't really had much to the other two. For 13th place, I did actually say Everton, and I have got this semi-wrong. I don't think it was a big deal. It was just by a little bit. They actually did get 16. Rafa, I was pretty keen to talk about him in the video, and I did say his signings were not good enough. I don't think Damari Gray was good enough. I don't think Townsend was good enough. Begovic. And I also said Gray would do nothing for the club. Again, I'm semi-wrong there because he had a great start. You know, he scored against us, scored against Arsenal. Did pretty decent, but haven't really heard his name in a couple months. At the time, this was quite unpopular, but yeah, I decided to say that Benitez is way past it, and I wouldn't be surprised if James Rodriguez left. This wasn't a popular opinion, especially the one about Benitez, but I got both of them bang on, mate. Rafa got sacked, got Frankie in, and yeah, James did actually leave. For 12th, I did say Crystal Palace, and yes, second one, bang on. I got this right, and this was one which I actually expected not to, because I said Vieira would be a success, and you know the percentage of people who were saying Vieira wouldn't be a success, about 99%, mate. Also, I said Zaha, he will be staying, and that will be a massive benefit. It was. He was carrying the team for about 2 months, I think, very recently, actually. And I also did say Elise and Guehi will shine. I'm half wrong, half right, because Elise, he's done decent in the cup competitions, hasn't really heard his name in the Premier League. Guehi's been pretty decent, got into the England squad last call up, the one before this. Really buzzing about that, really buzzing. And in 11th, I said for Southampton, and I got that horribly wrong. They ended up being 15th, and they had a way worse season than I predicted. I said they would keep a consistency which would lead for them getting mid-table, and I was wrong, you know. They started off really, really well, but at the end, they were getting just losses and losses and losses. So if you count, you know, consistent losses as consistency, then I guess I'm a bit right. I predicted that they wouldn't score many goals after Ings left, and again, I was bang on. You know, Armstrong, pretty much a flop. You know, Brozier did decent for 2 months, but he hasn't scored in a very long time. And other than that, I did say Romain Perraud is a massive improvement from Bertrand, and I was right. He's had an alright 7 out of 10 season. 10th, I did say West Ham, and yeah, no, they ended up getting 7th, but realistically they should have been 6th. I said something as simple as this: don't have Jesse Lingard, don't do as well. And I was actually pretty wrong, because they did much better without him. Antonio will have 1 perfect month, then dip. Oh my gosh. How did I call that? Do you guys not remember at the start of the season he had a perfect couple months and then just doesn't score anymore? Just doesn't score. Also, I said Areola will be a success, but they needed a striker, and I was right with both of them. For 9th, I said Leeds, but they did get 17th, so horribly wrong with that. Firpo and Harrison would be good signings. I was quite right. Firpo needs to settle in a bit more, but Harrison, he's been with Leeds for a couple of years, so signing him on a permie was needed within the club, seeing as his role in the squad is actually quite important. Now, Alioski, who did leave on a free last season, won't be missed. I did say that because he's a 70th minute type player, and yeah, they didn't really need him, seeing as they really weren't prioritising the wingers this season. I did say Bamford will help a season with a great amount of goals. How wrong was I? They didn't actually score that much. I'd say defensively, they were as terrible as they were attacking, and I usually expect a Leeds side. Just pressures. Get actually a lot of goals out of that, but they really haven't this season. For 8th, I sound like a muppet saying it, but I think you guys should really understand. I said Arsenal. They actually did get 5th, but then again, I've been saying for them to get top 4 the last, 2-3 years before this prediction, and yeah, they just always underwhelm me, so I just wasn't having it. But finally, the season where I actually saved for them to get a bad score, they actually get a good one. Lokonga, Ben White and Tavares are all crap. I said that Ben White's the definition of British money, British players, absolutely culling the football market, and I was sort of right other than Ben White. So Lokonga's been quiet. Tavares, they literally want him gone already. I said Alba would have another decent season. How wrong was I? Played the first couple games, just got literally isolated from the squad, was banned from training, and yeah, left in January for Barca, and now he's loving life in Spain. Into 7th, and look, it's going to sound stupid, but don't blame me. I put Aston Villa. They actually did get 14th, but I thought the Jack Grealish money was well spent. I did say Buendia, Ings, Bailey and Tuanzebe will all be massive buys, and you know, looking at it back then, why wouldn't I think otherwise? And I also said for them to be dark horses this season, but they've been one of the most underwhelming teams this season, which has quite annoyed me because I like Aston Villa. For 6th, I did say Tottenham, and they actually got 4th. Fair play. I did actually say this, and I don't know why this correlates so much to the last couple weeks recently, but I said they would be better than Arsenal. Also, I said after seeing Nuno in pre-season, maybe I was wrong about him. Well, you weren't, because he got sacked very quickly. I also thought Kane would stay, and I did say mark my words, and I was right. When Maka has that gut feeling, you believe him. Into 5th, and I did say Leicester. Now, they did actually get 8th, but I don't think you can blame me. Leicester are a great squad. They have some great players. Saying that, I did say I don't think they'll have that good a season. I think their placement will actually make them look much better than they actually will be. And I did also say for Jamie Vardy to be off form. I've got that right, so that will be great. Daka, he will bring goals, and Samare will be the missing piece in the midfield. What happened to Samare? I would have taken him at United without a doubt. and now he's just on the Leicester subs. What's happened to him? What's happened to him? I mean, Nepal's Mendy's getting a game over him. This is just embarrassing for him, really. In 4th. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. I said Liverpool. Wow. We all underestimated Liverpool. They actually did get second, and I said they'd been not good enough in pre-season. Oh, never judge a book by its cover. Crap. I'm really annoyed at that one. I did say Van Dijk, it would take time for him to get back to his best, but he doesn't carry the team, does he? To be fair to me though, I did say Salah would be a golden boot contender, and I said the midfield looks quite empty, but Thiago, he's filled that role this season, so they proved me wrong there. In 3rd, oh, geez. Oh, this is worse. Put Manchester City. Well, they won the league. I said they'd bottle it. Yeah, they would, Noah, because... yeah, in the last 4 seasons before that, Pep's bottled it 3 times, has he? When he's won the league 3 out of 4 years. Great statistical view on that. In 2nd, I said Manchester United, and this makes me depressed, but I actually do think I had a point here. The summer was great. We got in Heaton. He has been a great backup for us. I did say these exact words. You can look back at the video and quote me. Jaden Sancho will be the next Ronaldo. I love Jaden, and I think he's been one of our best players, especially under Ragnick, but yeah, not that close to Ronaldo. I did say the problem for us will be missing a midfielder. Once again, I was right. This is why this summer's so lethal for us to get a CDM, a ball progressor, whatever you want to call it. And in 1st, there's only one team left. I said Chelsea. I don't blame myself. Chelsea, it's their fault for not getting my prediction right, and the only thing I said about Chelsea and why I thought they'd win the Prem, and it makes me look like an idiot, it makes me look like a right doofus right now, but I said Lukaku will make Chelsea win the Prem. That's all I need to say. Oh, how I was wrong. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me. Please click on the channel and look at the videos I'm making. If you like them, then subscribe.